Yeah, Bridge Nation, welcome to Top of the Bridge, up and go. You don't know, this is your boy Shelz, alongside me is Queen Jo Jo.
Good morning, Bridge Nation. Morning, Audley. First of all, you do two mix when you drop in. I'm telling me, have your pin now. It's too early for me, have your pin this morning.
We love that.
Well, the mix was fire, Audley. Fire.
Man, DJ Audley. It's a good look. And of course, Bridge Nation, you know, we're sitting in for the General Richie B right now. And I heard one of his songs, I'm knowing, but I'm very proud of here. There's nothing in the world that I won't do. You want me to? I do anything. Big up yourself, Richie B. And it's now time for WTF. What the fact? Alright, so here we go on now, Bridge Nation. Watch your style. Apparently, I don't know who I believe this or not, but apparently, you can fall in love in as less as 4 minutes. Yeah, man, do the maths. 4 minutes. So it turns out falling in love does not take as long as we think. You hear that, ladies? It is proven that you can fall in love in as few as 4 minutes. It only takes 4 minutes to make the first impressions, and that is why it is said that you must pay attention to your body language and presence. I don't believe it. That's the little thing.
So in less than 4 minutes, I can dislike you as well.
I would say that. I think even less. Even when
less? True.
3 seconds. Yeah, I mean, this is. I think this is case by
maybe
case.
It's, I wouldn't say fall in love, but maybe.
Yeah, fall in love kind of strong.
Yeah, that's strong. Falling in love in less than 4 minutes.
We're too damaged as a generation.
Falling in love.
We're too damaged, Jojo. So as Odd said earlier, you know, you can see somebody like, whoa, yo, you know, she look nice. Or in the ladies' case, yeah, you look nice, and I mean, but. You see me, like, because we have so many scars and traumas in our life, past relationships, I gotta be like, yo, what's him? I go up same time, so that 4 minutes to end up with 4 years.
True.
You know, before. Yeah, so
no, I mean. But you know what I love? I love persons who don't hold grudges. I think you have persons like that where no matter the past experience, no matter what they've gone through in regards to relationship, they're not allowing that to hinder them from actually falling in love or finding the right partner. And big ups to them for that. But I don't know about the falling in love, but maybe they did do their research and you realize say you can no, because you have persons who meet each other in like less than 3 months and they're married. They met each other in 3 months' time, dated, and got married. And they've been together for a very long time. So it's possible. It's possible. But the less than 4 minutes thing there, that's not for me.
Yeah, I don't know about the fall in love. I mean, maybe it is love, but we don't know what love is.
That is not love. That's me being physically attracted to you. That's what it is.
Maybe we don't know what love is.
That ain't love.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it could be because remember, you know, when God created Eve for Adam was like, I'm gonna wait about 3 months to see if this is the perfect person for me. I mean, right away.
Well, to be fair to Adam, I mean, before she fell, it was a bunch of lion and bush and thing, and then here comes this lovely specimen before me. You know, take 4 minutes, 4 seconds,
right away.
All right, well, those are the facts that we share in WTF. What the fact? And yes, Bridge Nation, you can fall in love in as less as 4 minutes. Yeah, do the maths. Yeah, get them all. Masika, big up yourself. All right, Bridge Nation, it's time for update. Jojo, what I got for the peeps?
All right, so Popcorn had to be rescued by his entourage after female fans pulled him off stage. So female fans are not the ones to play with, apparently, when it comes to Popcorn, as they gave the artist a teaser of their aggression during his recent performance, in Portland, Jamaica. So I didn't even know that I saw the video, but I didn't know it was Jamaica.
Yeah.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. So Popcorn is for the ladies with his hits like I don't know the one there. That thing, girl, and the mega hit My Type. I know My Type. My Type is a vibe, right? Yeah. And he has built up a large fan base when it comes to women, which is sexy tunes. So during the Easter weekend, he was performing in Portland, and the girl them said, "Oh my God, Poppy!" So and the I'm just imagining that's what happened. Right. And you could have the video showed Popcorn being pulled. Poor Popcorn could have managed because it was a bunch of them. It wasn't just one. Kevin, why you laugh a while ago? Anyways, poor Popcorn couldn't manage, right? So it's like a bunch of females just grab Popcorn and him shot pants in and pull him off. I was like, poor puppy. But he was saved. you know, that's what happens when you're a star, I guess.
Life, but you don't know ladies.
And you do stuff for the ladies too, because women appreciate music that is all about them.
I get it, but I mean, ladies, watch your style. You know, when you go hurt the artist now.
What
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know.
So be careful. Yeah. But he didn't seem upset at all.
I mean, a woman a drive.
I think probably that has boosted his ego even more. You know, the ladies love Poppy.
Well, I mean,
everybody to each other. I absolutely love Damian Jr. Gang Marley.
And
pull gang off and I would never pull gang. I would hug him very close.
Yeah.
But not pull him. And you know, my next husband Dexter da.
You'd pull daps off a stage.
No, but I would stand and stare in his eyes until he's uncomfortable. But that's it. I'm not doing
I'm not
all I'm pulling, because at the end of the day I'm a lady. That's just me.
I mean, you don't know the energy from the concert and thing, you know.
Yeah, man, you could see that it was a vibe.
Yeah, one few drinks and thing maybe, but ladies, fans of popcorn,
be careful.
Yeah, don't hurt the artist.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure Poppy appreciated it, but it could have ended. It could have ended in that.
And you know what? Also, quickly before you move on, I also thought about it from the perspective, if it was a Spice and men were pulling her off, what would be the response of the public? Because that was cool for, you know, to see women pulling.
I've never seen.
Yeah, but I've never seen that.
I don't think we'll ever see that.
And that's what came to my mind. Like, what if it was a female artist? It would have been a big deal.
Because you don't know the front stage, really. For the ladies in terms of the crowd, like I don't really see man. No, Spice, I love you, Spice. Nah, that kind of weird still. Spice call you on stage. No, you better chung up your back and go on. That different.
Be prepared.
All right, so thanks for that one, JoJo. Now,
no problem.
Jody, a favorite of ours. A legend. This is an overseas act performer. The man can do everything. Act, sing, everything.
Comedian, everything.
We're talking about Jamie Foxx, a man who's brought smiles to many faces all over the world. He had a medical complication which was revealed by his daughter Corinne Foxx. Now Jamie Foxx has suffered a medical complication, and his daughter Corinne Foxx announced this on Wednesday, leaving fans shocked. While she didn't share the nature of his medical emergency, Corinne assured fans that her father is on the mends thanks to quick-thinking individuals with him. She stated, "We wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery. We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers. The family asks for your privacy during this time." Of course, there are no further updates from Corinne nor the Fox family about his medical complication or his current condition. Nevertheless, fans can rest easy knowing that the R&B singer-actor is on the mend. As of the time of his publication, Jamie Foxx is currently getting treatment in the hospital. So
I hope he recovers.
Well, yeah, if he's on the mend. And one thing I like about Jamie Foxx, and a part of the reason why he's such a likable personality, is that outside of the music and the acting and all that stuff, when he does interviews or interact with fans, he's so open.
Yes.
So he always has a story to tell. So I'm pretty sure, you know, when he feels the time is right, he will share what's happening. So stay safe, Jamie, and just full recovery, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, Bridge Nation 6:36 in the AM, and that was Update. And it's now time for a barrage of features coming your way back to back to back. Kicking it off with the proverb of the day. Jojo, what you got?
All right, so Bridge Nation, the proverb of the day. Hold on there. The more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see.
What that mean? I don't know. The more you look,
the less you see.
So the more I look, the more I see. No. You see, that's why sometimes in proverb I try too hard for buffing.
No, it's not. No, you know what?
Yeah.
You're too much. That's your problem. Because
me too much. Another proverb too much.
Come on, Shelz. Before me read the meaning, the more you look, the less you see. And that not sound familiar. That even sound like another familiar proverb. The
more you look, the less you see. This have something to do with being fast, though, or being inquisitive.
You know,
like the more, like it say, to me, it say, like the more you search for things, the less you go, the more likely you're not gonna find them. I don't know, but
read the meaning. Anyway, so the meaning of this proverb: it is impossible to know every single detail about any matter. Also, the more you find out, the less you know.
Unless you're a woman, because watch this. Because women.
Hold 1 second. How did it get there?
No, because women, only like to tell us men, so we can't hide nothing. Because now I was like, find things. So the more only tend to find out.
Can't hide nothing. No, do a very poor job.
That's how, so it make you think sometimes. You see me? But this we go half track from the proverb. You understand what I mean? But me just say, you know, women like to say like with more them uncover things. You feel like, you know, the more you know. But maybe the proverb you're supposed to teach and a lesson say, oh, the more you think you know, you actually know nothing.
No, it's not necessarily for female Shelz. It's for everybody. Because the more you, no, but that's the thing, you know, the more you find out about life, is the more you realize you don't know.
All right, me like that. I like that one.
Yeah,
I like when
so
as
I get older, I realize how much I don't know.
I get you.
I didn't know.
I get you.
Yeah.
All right, I like that one. And then the more you look, the less you see. Okay, I got it.
We get into the blame game of female this morning.
You know, I love to wake them up just in case. You know what I mean?
Keep them on the toes.
Yeah, I remember when they can WhatsApp. Can WhatsApp me and cuss me off 876-551-5782. You see me? All right, so we're moving on to the pet peeve. And what are pet peeves, Bridge Nation? Well, pet peeves are things that others do that you may find annoying, irritating, or even upsetting. And today's pet peeve is coming from yours truly. Yeah, man, me. Here we go on. Only a handful of people get this pet peeve at this particular moment in time. But if you watch football, you understand what I say. My pet peeve this morning, Bridge Nation, is Chelsea. Chelsea FC. They are my pet peeve. Yeah, man, yesterday we played the Champions League against Real Madrid, and it was embarrassing. I mean, we never get 5 or 6 what they expect. But like, jeez and peas, like Madrid deal with it. I mean, it ended 2-0 Audley, but like, and Jody, but like, the embarrassment. I know you're not gonna get it, Jody, but let me tell you what the pet peeve really. Let me tell you what the pet peeve coming into play. Chelsea, this is the 3rd straight game we lost.
Yes.
You see me? That gets annoying.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah, when I win,
losing streak.
I want to score any goal in them 3 games.
Wow.
Right? So here we go. What my pet peeve now, Kevin, you see, after every loss, whoever run the social media account, I go blame them, you know, because them have to keep the morale up and keep them job and thing. But I hate the next morning. You see, like, them a show pictures of the player, them a smiling at training, and I say, look on them rich boy, yeah. And then I realize, I know they can score a goal. Like, me hate, like, George, me hate. That's why I unfollow them on Instagram, because I can't take for see the smiling picture them.
Because if they're going to post something, they should post them looking disappointed.
Yeah, or something else.
Okay.
Something else.
Why? Why?
Because they're lying. They're lying. They're covering up something. I don't like it.
Maybe
it's a pet peeve.
Maybe
they are happy.
Maybe the post that just you know, to motivate them, you know, from out of this
it now work.
Trashing.
It now work.
You understand?
It now work.
So they need to put some.
Well,
I mean, I get it in terms of the admin's job, you know, for keep the vibe on the page going.
Right.
You see me? But like, and then you see me have coach come out and be like, hey, we can still win this. No, like, stop it. You understand me?
It's a
like,
booster, Shelz.
Odds.
Listen.
Odds. I choose sitting and lose, make you go on. Got you don't understand what going on.
Listen, Shelz.
Yeah.
We get beaten too.
Yeah, but not so frequent. I don't know score. So even if we lose, it's like a 4-3.
Listen,
you see me?
It's all in the game. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Yo,
My overs that.
all you do, you just brush off. You know.
Tired, I can't brush no more.
Tired if you brush.
I can't brush no more. Odds. I don't think I understand. Jody, we just said it a while ago. 3 straight matching. Win or score?
Not one goal.
No one. Not. Jeez, wow. Peace. And then I go turn. I bet I'm gonna go up on them page right now.
Listen.
Be a smiling face. Be a HD picture of these millionaires. You see me? Big up Raheem Sterling still, but
I remember a team.
all in my backs with. Yeah.
Listen, I remember a team get 7. Actually, you know, Shelz. You remember that?
Yeah,
team?
yeah.
How you think that felt? You understand?
Embarrassed. But
all right.
I don't really watch for them. I don't watch them.
So you
yeah.
The key is to look at why you are not playing proper or why you are losing consecutively, and you understand. Go back to the drawing board and you understand.
Shelz just have a problem.
Formulate a new strategy and just come forward.
Shelz's problem is the fact that they're losing,
Thank you.
but they look so happy on social media.
That's why social media is a lie.
No, understand this. It's a big thing to be losing.
Yeah.
And on top of it, you know, you're vexed. Well, fine, you're vexed, but you know,
them can't show pictures of them being upset.
You understand me? You're keeping that sulky face and yo, boy.
That me want to see.
No,
that
motivate
me want to see.
yourself and come out of that.
I want things to be a millionaire up on the side.
You understand?
And you just do
Shelz, I said, show me.
In a nutshell.
One post. Just give me one post.
One post of you being disappointed.
Yeah, like one of the players, I said, take the camera out of my face. That more I see. Yeah.
No, I figure what Shelz is saying, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you see these guys smiling because while they're losing, them still like get
Thank you.
Them all for money.
I would smile too.
Alright.
£300,000 a week.
What?
Okay.
Hold on,
Too late to play football.
Hold on,
Okay.
You want to see a smile from me for that?
Yo.
The biggest smile
The
every
biggest-
second.
No matter how much
That's why
time
they
I
must smile,
lose,
so.
I'll be so happy.
Cause them a go home to them mansion and them Ferrari and them
See,
pretty
them.
girlfriend and wife and come on, man,
Them.
guys. But yeah, that's my pet peeve, Bridge Nation. When you side now go on good, but on social media them a go on like them a go on good.
Well,
it's annoying.
Well, support them.
I
See them way.
watch them in
understand?
silence. I
Because
watch
guess
them
what?
distantly. Yeah.
Tomorrow or the day after when them
They
start
might just
beat
score.
up people. You understand me? You're totally going to forget, say,
Nope.
you know,
True.
say,
Nope.
boy, Madrid did trample it.
Well, we
You
wait till
understand?
rubber forward. Come on, rubber will understand what I talk about. Now we're gonna go into a little reasoning. Apparently, Bridge Nation, 5 employees from a very popular fast food chain have been slapped with several fraud charges after they allegedly stole an undetermined sum of money from the Harborview location. Okay. Now charged with larceny as a servant, conspiracy to defraud, and engaging in a transaction involving criminal property are, them have the name them. Oh jeez. Terian O'Hara, a 36-year-old cashier of 9 Miles Bull Bay in St. Andrew. Camellia Wisdom, a 39-year-old supervisor. Oh, supervisor I know too. Of Hamburg Road in Kingston. Astia Mitchell, a 22-year-old cashier of 7 Miles Bull Bay in St. Andrews. Sharon Williams, a 39-year-old cashier of Bayshore Park, Harborview, Kingston. Christina Lewis, a 21-year-old cashier of Glasspole Avenue, Kingston 2. And these charges were laid against the workers on Wednesday, April 5th. Now, reports are that between December 2022, and March 2023, the employees stole money from the establishment. A report was made to the police on Sunday, April 2nd, resulting in their arrest that same day. Now, reports are that further investigations, including an audit, are being conducted to verify the actual extent of the fraud. Now, according to a release from the police's corporate communications unit, the 5 are scheduled to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday, May 12th. Wow, Jody, wow, go on in Iowa.
No, that a short time that, but I heard that it was about $10 million. So I guess they're investigating.
No more them investigating.
Maybe there's more.
Yeah,
maybe there's more.
Yeah, so you're saying you're hearing,
about $10 million they were they stole. No, I'm saying from December to March is not a long time.
Yeah.
So if they realize that about $10 million are missing and they're going to do more investigation, that means it could be more money. And the thing is and we're talking about Burger King, so because it's a new
never means it.
Yeah. So I just want persons to know what fast food restaurant, because there's 2 in Harborview.
Okay.
Right. And this is new. This establishment is new.
Oh, they set up new. Okay.
Right. The setup is new.
Jaja.
So I'm just wondering the moral of our country and where we're going, because every minute you look, somebody is stealing something from a company. You understand me? And I'm like, when did we get to that space? When did we get to that place where we're so you're working, live within your means until you can get to where you need to. You stole so much money, and they were honest, because some were saying that one said that she used the money to buy a car or whatever. I understand we all want to get to a certain place in life, but can we do it in an honest way, an upstanding way? I'm
listening earlier, Shelz.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, right? And I'm not being biased here.
Not you, man.
Those names are all females. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, all females.
Why?
Yeah.
What's happening for real?
What's happening? And even before that, with the other scamming situation,
and not,
females.
And let me just hasten to say, not that I'm saying men
don't
really, right?
We know what
or
it
they
is.
should do it.
We know what
You
it
know,
is.
it shouldn't be done.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be done at all.
At all.
By male or female.
Right.
You understand?
Boy, I mean, going on off what you said, Jojo, in terms of like, you know, we understand the hardships of people, and I even not even going to pretend like we probably not even understand or even can understand some of the things what people going through. You understand what I mean? Say, but because you know, them life is said desperate times call for desperate measures. But I mean, this sad because I mean, as you rightfully said, Jojo, these are persons who are employed.
Right.
You get me?
Exactly.
So it's like, like me know say, you know, you have an opportunity because I live by a mantra in a Bridge Nation where it's like, no matter what you do in a life, you do it well.
Yes.
You understand what I mean? So I say,
That's
no
right.
matter how you view or other people view the job where you have, enough people now wanna work.
Exactly.
You understand what I mean? So as you said, Jody, you know, you just ever make a muckle, you just kind of just learn for us. You know, be patient, pray,
and
nothing wrong
be
with little
content.
prayer. Yeah.
I believe that we are in an age, and this generation is in an age to prove something to each other, to say, oh, I'm rich, or to have the appearance of that I'm wealthy, or I have it. When you don't have it, right now you don't have it. There was a time when I didn't have anything.
Facts.
You understand me? So when people tell me, say I'm desperate, me I say, bro, I know what it is to not have food. I know what that is to not have money to pay bills. What are you talking about? We've all been there. We all have that situation. And to God be the glory, I decided that I'm going to do the right thing nonetheless. And in doing the right thing, so yeah.
Yeah, man. It's all
You
about.
understand?
It's all about the mentality.
It's
Still.
the mentality.
You know,
I think,
definitely.
yeah, we're
different
Yes.
strokes to different folks.
Yeah.
Because, personally, I can tell you, I am very, very uncomfortable in a space where, you know, I am not the owner. For instance, you know, if I have a bro's vehicle or if me have something else for somebody, it is the most uncomfortable
right. You don't
thing
them take it
for
from
me.
here because you
understand?
don't want to go up and somebody go. You
It
understand?
is the most fulfilling
Yeah, man.
situation when you earn and
yes.
pay for your own
Yeah, and I'm,
See the Audley.
and I'm
That's
paying.
the thing.
I
I like what you
Let me
said
tell
right there.
because you remember how you do remember how hard you
Hard
work
it
for that.
is.
Yes,
You
sir.
remember how you bleach. You understand me? Yo,
That, man.
but you know,
You remember
really
the
want to
sacrifice?
sleep.
Yeah.
You're right. All the sacrifices.
That
and
one
stuff. I
shoes
love
that
that.
you wear for make sure, for the
You
whole
understand
time
me?
for make sure say you're safe for get where you want.
Listen.
A device they need.
And the sense
for,
of
If you're-
fulfillment, the sense of fulfillment is greater when you work so hard for something.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean?
And just to add to that, you know, I mean, you know, earlier on, you know, I said that most of those names are females.
Females. And
right.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
We can extend that, you know, because we heard in the news. You remember the whole beryllium thing,
Beryllium, yeah.
right? It was a male. They was held with what, $500,000.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's
You understand?
It's a-
but that is
What-
also, you understand me, taking from a company that employ.
that just started.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm paying attention as well to the ages as well.
Yes.
Very relatively young. We have a 21 and 22-year-old in the mix as well. And I've always said this, and like we have the platform, might as well me just say it. If there's one thing I've realized, I don't want to say it's a generational thing, but I got to focus on my generation because I don't know, I'm a voice, you know, that I represent it. To me, we have this weird sense of obligation. You understand what I mean? So, like, and it now have nothing to do with like where you forward from your level of education. Because I know students, persons who graduate with masters and all these things, when they go to the working world, just because them work so hard. Because I can imagine in the case of these workers, like them work hard, them probably hard workers, but them not believe them reach with them. And I get the things them
Be
believe.
where they're supposed. They don't believe that.
Yeah, so
this
because-
is where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be a cashier.
Yeah, so it's like that sense of obligation because they believe they're entitled. The sense of entitlement, right? I think my generation, and I'm worried about the ones to come, there's a sense of entitlement just because, you know, you probably have a level of education or you work hard. Hey, one of the harshest reality of life, you know, is that you can work hard all your life.
And get nothing that you deserve or you think you deserve.
That's the most
and
important
that's the
part.
reality, what you think you deserve. And that's a conversation we have had to have with my nephew.
Yeah.
Because you know, when you live a certain life and you raise a certain way, Shelz and Audley, like for me and my sister, I always talk about it. So we grew up poor. We know what poor is. We understand what it is to be in the inner city, what it is to not have your mother not having enough.
Yeah.
You get me? And when you have another generation, you want to ease them. You want them to have a certain ease to not be that way. But in doing that, you have to be careful because now they feel that they're entitled to a certain thing. So we had to be strict with my nephew for the values to say, listen, this is what we're doing. We just don't want you to go through what we went through. Yeah. You understand me? But you're not entitled to, and you have to work for what you need or what you want. True. And when you do get it, be grateful and be humble with it as well. There's no need to, there's nothing to prove. Yeah. And if you see how me operate, I have nothing to prove to anybody. You get what I say? And I think because we are in this time and this generation, social media sphere, we want to prove to people. So what of it? I said that not make no sense, because what you're doing is putting yourself out and you're going to get yourself in problem. Because I can just imagine that these ladies just want to prove that they have it, but you don't have it right now. Work towards it.
And if I could speak to them, because if I want to, I always say before I fall in the studio every morning, I always pray for patience.
Yes,
on
that's
the journey,
important.
because you see me, as I say, odds is a man to work hard too. I hardly have to pray for patience. You can put in the shift and nothing happening next day. So I can imagine what it was like for them. They did something wrong, but you don't know. I'm a person like
grace.
I have to kind of just try to see from their perspective. Like I understand, so the ladies probably, isn't me? Times probably hard, but Jano, you never have to reach us.
Shelz, as I'm listening to you, I think we need to let our listeners understand that. We here, we have hard times.
Everybody.
Everybody. We are on this platform, but listen, everybody face it.
Yeah, man.
And it's just
everybody
how
different.
you approach it and how you deal with it.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? There are different ways to deal with a situation.
Yeah, man, we just have to say, be content with what you have right now. We understand sometimes that you not have to tell me, because me is a food lady.
Listen.
And one of the things I would tell you is that it is rough even no matter how you set the budget, every single month it is different.
It's so funny that we're having this conversation, because I tell you, last night I let me just share something real quickly. Last night I was at an establishment. A friend of mine owns it. Yeah. And let me tell you, Jody and Shelz, I am looking at this BMW 3 Series. It's a drop top. And no, Bridge Nation can hear it. And let me tell you, I said to the friend, I say, someone want
yeah.
Not that I have the money right now to afford it. Yeah. But I say, listen to me. And there were persons there buying that vehicle. They're waiting for the owner because, for the whole thing. And, I was just there. And I'm saying, you know what? I found out the price and all of that. And when you really look at it, Bridge Nation, if you work, if you dedicate, dedication, and, you put all your eggs together, you can achieve that.
Yes, man.
And the funny thing is, when you work hard and reach the levels, you probably even want that car there again.
Exactly. Something better come up and
some better way you say you need, you know what I mean?
But that's a material thing.
Exactly.
But, just to add to the conversation.
But Jano,
not too far.
Yeah, but you them out there, please. Just be appreciative of where you are in life. You know what I mean? And make the most of every opportunity, isn't me? And I'm not thought opportunity for the wrong, because it come back.
Arise.
Yeah, it come back for hit you in the you know what. All right, Bridge Nation, it's 7:15 in the AM. Thanks, guys, for the reasoning. Are we live in the UK? Robo. Yo.
They tell them say we don't do airport. We have our own special hangar.
Oh, that's why. I did that the wrong part. Oh, my God, should have. Yeah. Jaja.
If we go in the private part, that's where we have our own jet.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Drake. We have our own jet. We just park it up and we just go straight through. No checks, none of that stuff. Go straight through. We're private people like that.
Which is right.
How are you this morning?
Well, we're here, Robo. We're here. And of course, you can see that Queen JoJo is right next to me.
Good afternoon, Robo.
Ensuring that we behave ourselves.
I was listening there to JoJo, and everything JoJo says, I don't know. I just tend to be like this.
Class is in session. Yeah.
JoJo, I'm sorry. That's what it is, man. I'm just like, Yeah. Not that Richie and Odds and Shelz don't have anything I agree with, but
it's just
you know.
Yeah.
Boss sounds like wise. It just sounds like wise words.
Thank you, Robo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Robo, you know, we're holding a vibe. Jojo and I were holding a reasoning off air.
Yes.
About the situation with Harry and
with Prince Harry
and Meghan.
Mm-hmm. So Prince Harry will be attending the coronation of his father, but Meghan will not be attending. And I'm like, what that mean? What that mean? Cause my husband I go somewhere and I'm not going with him. What is that? What going up there, Robo?
Well, you know, at some point, I suppose for her, you gotta go where you're welcomed. Right?
True. That's true. That's true.
I know there's she no longer has royal a role with the royal family. So when she had a role, you know, they'd say, yeah, they're opening the fridge door down in South London. You have to go. Yeah. You just have to go. But she doesn't have any royal duties. She's no longer part of the furniture. So she's probably doing what I would do, like royal family. Yeah. I could spend my bank holiday weekend doing something else because, as you know, we're about to have 3 public holidays. We normally have 2 in May.
Yeah.
They've added another one to keep the people nice. Stay nice. So they've added a public holiday so we can all revel and cheer and hip hip hooray for King Charles and what have you. So Meghan's probably decided, like, I better not say this too loud because Errol, my producer, Errol is a royalist.
What?
Yes.
Errol. Okay, Errol. That's surprising.
Big up Errol. Big up
Errol.
The man told me off last week because I said, well, certain king is, you know, me and, you know. I got told off. Yeah. So shout out to Errol. Big up everybody at the beat right now, listening right now. But Errol is a royalist. I think you might find. So people like Errol will enjoy the whole atmosphere.
Yeah.
But me and Meghan, over here.
Bank holiday. All right.
It's interesting.
That's interesting.
Not going where your husband is. That's like a big event. Like your husband gone to his family, but you're not invited. What? Sorry, you're not going anywhere.
I think it's her choice.
Sure
I feel like she said, I'm not coming because I'm uncomfortable. I think that's it. Because Harry give me, you know, should I go? And she probably say, yeah, man, go on, man, your father. So.
Yeah, but I don't even think they even want Harry there. It's just
that's true.
Show, really.
But they appear. That's true, Robo. True. But it gonna look bad, like Harry not showing up. So. Yeah.
Well, you remember, as I said, Meghan is her own person, and she's now becoming. She's now, like, you know, definitely her own person. So maybe she's of that opinion. Like, well, you can go, can't go on,
Yeah.
All right, well, Robo, you know the thing go. Music time. You have nothing for out here?
Yeah, I want to drop some music, but before I do that, you may have heard that one of a legendary columns in the culture, in bringing, really responsible for bringing, distributing Jamaican music in the UK, a pioneer sound man. I mean, the man was working up until. He's got bookings right through till 2023. The legendary, the king, the warrior, Josh Shaka.
Yeah, Josh Shaka.
Passed away yesterday. Sad news for many people that who've, like, over the years have been involved in music.
Yeah.
In general, his name would come into passing because not only was he a DJ or a sound system operator, which made sound systems so popular worldwide, just like how you have your Stone Loves and your Bass Odysseys. This man was one of the pioneers even before then, from in the 70s. He went on to be a very, very intricate part in producing music, roots music, breaking talent in the UK, like, you know, artists in the 80s and the 90s. And it was also a philanthropy. He spent many years. He was born in Clarendon, Jamaica. I met him once in Jamaica. He sponsored. Can't remember the name of the football team, but it was somewhere around Sandy Bay area. Sponsors the local football team. He did that in Africa as well. Wow. So he was an immense person. Mad Professor, who's a legendary figure here in the UK, noted on his. Let me just read out so you can feel the sentiment. It's sad today as I say farewell to my friend Nucky, that's his nickname, aka the Zulu warrior, Just Shaka. Shaka played a huge part in establishing Arira Records in the early days. He would book my studio, and later we'd share a building in Peckham. Just Shaka was operating his music label, his sound system on the second floor. The international popularity of dub music would not have happened without Just Shaka. He's a huge loss to the reggae and the Jamaican music fraternity. Shaka has many imitators all over the world, from Spain, New Zealand. The Roots Warrior, the King of the Steppers, cannot die, aka Just Shaka. Condolences to his family, but he's a huge column.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So, too easy.
Too easy.
What is it?
Basically what it says, too easy quiz game. So I have 4 questions. I'm gonna ask each of you 2 questions, and you have 30 seconds to answer the 2 questions correctly. Are you ready?
How will the 30-second count then?
That's why I said, Kevin, you have a stop clock. Ready.
Clock, they look fast already. All right.
Audley.
Oh, Audley first. Okay.
Audley first.
Why
Audley.
Me? Why me?
First of all, get it together, Audley. Ready? Get it together. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. So here are the 2 questions. You have 30 seconds to answer these 2 questions. First question: where can you find Dunn's River? Number 2 question: who is the first female Jamaican athlete to win a medal at the Olympics?
That's an easy question.
Ready, Kevin? Are you there, Kevin?
Easy question.
Where can we find
Dunn's River?
30 seconds is long though.
St. Anne in Jamaica.
30 seconds is long though.
The first female to
When I met up.
with my Merle Natty.
30 seconds is long.
All right.
Oh. Time up.
Cut.
You right?
So the first and
I might
the
answer
first
them that. So if you're wrong, we're not.
Let me just confirm the second one first, though, because I didn't write that down. No, I didn't write it down.
What is the Olympic, right?
The Olympics. Yeah. So the first female, first Jamaican female, and he answered in less than 30 seconds.
I did.
First female.
I man did.
Hey.
I'm wrong.
This will be my second guess too.
What is the answer?
Well, according to Dr. Google, it says Dion Hemmings.
Dion Hemmings. Yeah.
Right. Because I was like, that's not what I wrote down.
No. What did he say? Olympic.
Yes.
Oh, it's Dion. Yeah,
Right.
Got it.
Right. Yeah.
So you got one correct.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Oh.
And you got one incorrect. But you did it under 30 seconds. You know what?
I didn't know I had
I feel like
the right
we changed
answer.
them 2 questions for the boy and him Shelz.
No, that's not fair.
I joke.
I'm here. Look how I'm going to flop myself same way. I'm here.
All right, are you ready?
Quiz face. All right.
Okay. What is the Jamaica national fruit? What is Jamaica's national fruit?
Fruit.
And what is Popcorn, the dancehall artist Popcorn birth name?
All right, so hold on there. Jamaica have a national fruit.
I can't bother. Hey, I was slapping me now.
Hold on. No, for real. We have a national fruit. Because,
Yes, we
national
do.
dish technically is a fruit, So, more know that,
We have a national fruit.
No, I need to talk to the quiz master then. But, all right, Andre Sutherland Popcorn. But, hold on, man. National fruit.
National fruit.
National
You
fruit.
can't Google nothing. The time is winding up.
How much left on the clock?
You have less than
3 seconds.
3.
Pineapple.
No, I just want to apologize on behalf of the Bridge 99 FM.
Me know.
Shel's answer does not reflect us in any way
What
possible.
How the national fruit?
Shel's, Aki.
That's not fair. You can't say national
Shells,
fruit.
and
You have to say the national
And the
dish.
national fruit, but it's our national fruit. Go and Google that. That's like no brainer. From where look up in them, I will call the Aki. National fruit.
No, Kevin, your sister may fight the answer. Come and say, when it's a national
Shells,
fruit, national dish come to mind, and the national dish is a fruit. So me say Aki first.
No, but the national fruit.
And then we go look on the emblem. I may say you have some pineapple up there. So not pineapple. So JoJo tricked me.
No,
she tricked me, Kevin.
Me can't trick
she
you.
should have said national dish.
Me can't. No, but it's our national fruit.
You know what?
Google Jamaica.
Me take my one point.
Google Jamaica. The two on the lose, by the way. Can not answer both questions correctly.
I had
Andre Sutherland, right?
Andre Sutherland, you get 1 point.
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, Aki for real.
Come, Shelz, from basic school days, them have what I call the Aki, national fruit. Again, I just want to apologize to Bridge Nation. Shelz's answer does not reflect
banana, right? A pineapple.
Yes.
It's for a coat of arms.
Right.
Eh?
Right.
Why not mango?
Hey, this a meme.
Pineapple.
There you go.
JoJo
I'm gonna ask
me.
Nari to cut this, please.
JoJo tricked me.
Because we need to post this on
Bridge Nation
Instagram.
Heard me say.
What is Jamaica's national fruit? Pineapple.
Pineapple. My national fruit. Good. It's good for the you know what?
Shelz.
No. You know I even hurt JoJo, Bridge Nation, because Jody sit down and hear me say that one is a trick question. Because
But it wasn't though.
Because me know national dish have a fruit, which is the Aki. But me never know so we have a national fruit like that.
Yes. Again.
And then me I go back way in the social studies there. I remember me I draw the emblem, the coat of arms.
The coat of arms. And you remember the pineapple?
Remember the tree pineapple?
Yeah, remember the tree pineapple. Said had to be. No, then we never say alligator.
No, you want to take my passport. You want to run me.
There's so many things on the on our coat of arms.
Cha-cha. Okay.
Yes. I'm gonna hold this one over your head for a while.
Cha-cha. I pretend to say Bridge Nation. Cause you see me, but just want Bridge Nation feel entertained. That's why I'm gonna check pineapple want something for the laugh.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, man. That's yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, left me an Audley for just 1 point each. Just
1 point each. Good try.
I don't want to draw. You know, a tiebreaker, JoJo.
All right, no problem. We're gonna make it. We're gonna. All right, so we're gonna have a tiebreaker. This is easy. What is Jamaica's national tree?
Hardly have quicker than that. The answer is definitely the blue maho.
Ah, yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I just want you to realize that I don't have to Google because I was an early childhood educator.
Yeah, man. Remember names of beat that in our head, man.
So, but that's
man,
why
right, man.
Teacher, it's
What is the national what?
Tree.
You sure?
Yeah, man, it right, man. Me not take you back.
Then
me
Google.
not take no protest. All right, yeah, that was fun.
So what is the lignum vitae?
Lignum vitae, the flower.
And the flower.
You might need to trick me too. Cause lignum vitae can grow enough in them feel like. But yeah, man. All right, that was fun.
That was fun.
As long as we win. Yes, Bridge Nation, it is time for Constitutionally Speaking, and today's reasoning will be the public defender's recent appearance in Parliament. Mm-hmm. Now, so for today's segment, the Deputy Public Defender, Mr. Herbert McKenzie, had intended to continue his review of the new Road Traffic Act. However, the public defender's recent appearance in Parliament seems to have attracted a great deal of media attention. Now, some of the reports have not been accurate, JoJo, in tone, and this had led to some people almost demonizing the Commissioner of Police. So, the Office of the Public Defender, OPD, wishes to set the record straight, and who better to do it than the Deputy Public Defender himself, Mr. Mac.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Well, over there, sir. Morning. Good to see you. Good to hear you. Again, sir.
And I know you have a lady as your co-pilot.
Hi,
yes, Queen
Mr.
Jo.
McKenzie. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you. What happened to Mr. Burgess, the boss?
You know, he's out there handling his business. He'll be back shortly.
Back next week.
Yeah,
Don't worry yourself.
Yeah, man.
Good.
All right. Yeah, so Mr. Mac, what happened in Parliament?
All right. Let me give you the backbone. Starting with how the public defender came to be in Parliament. There are different subcommittees in Parliament push different entities' reports either through the statutory instrument forming the body or through a call or a summons or a requirement from Parliament. The committee you went before was the one called Internal and External Affairs Committee of Parliament. And they wrote us a letter asking us to come in and talk about states of emergency. Now, you'll recall the January 28 states of emergency. That was a fairly long one. Quite a number of thousands of people were detained. And out of that, we have got the information from the police, which were able to analyze and come up with statistics and conclusions like the average age of the detainee, the average length of time it takes for the detainee to be processed, the average length of time they kept in custody, and a whole raft of statistical findings, which we came up with and published a fairly extensive report. And we went to Parliament for the same before the same Internal and External Affairs Committee, and the report was actually tabled. I think it's a result of that. This year now, they call for the same thing. So that is the reason we came to be before Parliament. Now, by way of greater background, on this particular occasion, we didn't get the information from the police to do the analyses like we did post-January 2018 states of emergency. So we wrote to Parliament, telling Parliament, look, thank you for inviting us, but regrettably, we are not able to provide you with this information because we don't have them. And in our submission to Parliament, we recited an example of where we and the police had a little stalemate on a particular state of emergency. Now, that is one which I think has triggered headlines like lawmakers stunned that public defender doing it work and such other sort of exciting sounding headlines. And talk shows, callers to talk shows have been sort of like accusing the police commissioner of hiding information. Can't say I've heard any media publish any story to that effect. The calls, the comments, and even calls to us at the office here, and we hear people talking, tend to suggest that the police commissioner have something to hide. Now, we just want to make clear, sorry, we here at the public defender office, we do not have any problem with the commissioner of police, Mr. Anderson, Major General Anderson. As far as we know, he has always been cooperative. And I happen to know him personally, he would have provided information. What happened in that case is it seems to me that either information was not filtered down to the department, or worst case scenario, the department sees up on their own to basically, cause a stalemate to have arrived at. So the police commissioner is a reliable gentleman. He's sincere. We have never had any reasons to question his integrity. And I'm willing to state that if the commissioner had known that personally that we weren't getting these reports, had known that we weren't getting the report, he would have addressed it and adjusted the matter. Because as head of the department, he had committed himself to doing it. What we didn't want to do was to break with protocol, especially when the response is coming from an entity or a subgroup within the organization that is located at the same physical location where his office is on Old Report, or it is coming from the head of a division. So we stay along that line. Now, what had happened is that the stalemate arose out of an occasion when the state of emergency was declared in central Kingston. Some people were detained, at the central lockup. And we wrote and asked for information on them. They required promptly and sent back the information. But we wrote for further information about some other detainees other than those who reported to us. And that was where we started getting the pushback from one entity. And quite a number of correspondence, pieces of correspondence flowed between this office and that particular subgroup within the JCF. And in the final analysis, we did not get any information. So the upshot of that is that after the 2018 states of emergency, in between that major report, we have not had any information upon which we can actually do the analysis ourselves. Because we at the public defender, what we want is the raw data from the police, not the police's conclusion or any definitive conclusion that the police may have arrived at in its own assessment. Probably they might very well be right, very well be accurate, bang on target, but we at the public defender office want the raw data so we can do our personal analyses and arrive at our conclusion, wrongly or rightly. So, on that particular occasion, the pushback resulted in a stalemate where we got no information, and so all subsequent states of emergency, we need to get any information. Now, and that was it. So we reported that to Parliament. It wasn't anything antagonistic or anything acrimonious, because as it transpired, the day we were invited before the Internal Affairs Committee, the JCF was invited on that day too. So both entities were in Parliament before the same committee. In fact, we were actually sitting before the same committee simultaneously. The police gave their report, we gave our report, and there was interaction between each entity and the members of the committee. So there was no rank involved. Anthony Anderson is a decent gentleman. Anthony Anderson, whom I've known for years, having committed himself to giving a report, is going to give a report. Okay. It is not fair to demonizing him. Mm-hmm. We can't expect him at that level to have his finger in every pie. The police is a massive, JCF is a massive organization, and there are subgroups within the organization. If he, at his level, passes on information, he expects the superiors below him to faithfully follow the decision given by him, obediently obey his instructions, and act accordingly and govern themselves in that way. No, he is not able, from his position, to know what is going on in every division at any moment of any day. So we can't blame him, and we at the public defender would not blame him. There may be an argument that, oh, look, you are the head of the force, you own it, anything happens is yours. Theoretically, that might be true. To a certain extent, practically, that might be true. But we, in a real sense, know that he can't be a commissioner of police and get into the day-to-day minutiae of the operations of the force.
Right.
So it's not exactly fair to be saying that he has, in my words, or has shafted the public defender, or has withheld information for the public defender, or has stonewalled the public defender. He didn't do anything like that, and he's not the type of person to do that.
Okay, so Mr. Mackenzie,
yes.
I have two questions. But responding to what you're saying here, while I understand that the commissioner is not able to know everything that is happening from day to day, is it a case where he asked for it and did not receive it? And why would your superior ask you for something and you're unable to provide the information in the time that he had requested? So it's a case where he has asked for it, or the OPD asked for the information, but he did not have it at hand right away.
No, it is not that. We asked for the information, but the letter we sent, it started with the first location I mentioned to you at Central Police Station in the South Andrew Central state of emergency.
Yes.
And we were corresponding with the ranks at Central. And then on one of our letters them, we got a response, not from them, but from a subgroup within the JCF located at Hope Road.
Okay.
And they took issues on points of law insofar as the public defender's jurisdiction is concerned.
Okay.
Well, the public defender is a lawyer, and if you advance legal arguments, you have to get a pushback in legal arguments. But the public defender at the time was a courtroom lawyer. The current public defender is also a courtroom lawyer. So they have more than a passing acquaintance with in-court litigation, especially on matters related to criminal proceedings. So it started as a matter of legalistic thinking and legalistic interpretation. And I suppose, that side felt, when I said that side, the side from JSF, felt that it was necessary to pursue it along that lines and not necessarily bring it to the attention of Commissioner Anderson. So that's where impasse came up. Okay. In Parliament, it came out, as we just described and as I heard on the media, and the Commissioner himself has given a commitment that he has the information, we need to do right for it. Okay. And he's not aware of what was going on at that level. And we take his word that he was exactly aware. We have no quarrel with him. Okay. So going forward now, we are going to write for the information that we want with respect to past states of emergency. And we're going to get the response, and then the public defender office can do our own analysis and generate our own report.
Okay.
Before we go, though, can I just point out?
Sure.
A fact or two. It's pointed out in Parliament. The number of complaints we have been getting in state of emergency have reduced. And we posited to Parliament in response to that question 2 possible reasons. One being that states of emergency now are guided by an amended regulations. The amended regulations now give the Emergency Powers Review Tribunal jurisdiction to hear every detainee from the moment they were detained. Previous to that, their jurisdiction would only kick in after detention order was made by the minister. So if you're in custody 6 weeks before detention order was made by the minister, the review tribunal wouldn't hear you. So I think because they now have jurisdiction to hear the defender, the detainees early, we have less complaint. Secondly, as you can see, the states of emergency are much shorter. So by the time a complainant comes to us, or the relative of the complainant comes to us, and we start our initial probing and all that, the state of emergency would have ended. And by extension, everybody would have been discharged. So we posited those 2 reasons. Posited those 2 reasons as to why we think the complaints coming to us have diminished. I think time has gotten the better of us now, so we'll leave that for another time.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Mack. You really set the record straight, sir, and I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, give thanks. That was the Deputy Public Defender, Mr. Herbert McKenzie, and today's reasoning in Constitutionally Speaking was the Public Defender's recent appearance in Parliament.